These past few months must have been crazy for you. All the travel, time zone changes, the food, language barrier. How are you coping with it?
Yeah, I think that it's been a crazy couple months. In regards to language, I mean, everyone on the team speaks English, which I think definitely helped. You know, if I came over to a Russian team and you know, the main language was Russian, it'd probably be a little bit harder. I mean, with our team, I have any questions, I can ask and I can get an answer and everyone understands me. So that definitely helped for first, you know, coming over fresh. You know, the travel, the time changes, those have been pretty crazy. I'm still trying to get used to all the time changes and all the time zones in Russia, and then going back to Beijing and all that stuff. So that's still a work in progress. Food-wise, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's just like home. I've tried to kind of stick to stuff that I know. I haven't really broadened my horizons and stepped outside of my comfort zone food-wise yet, so maybe that's the next step as I get more comfortable.
Back when you were with the Caps, you had your work cut out for you and your goal was pretty clear. Now that you play for Kуньlунь Red Star, you bring in hockey culture to a new country. Does that affect your set of goals?
I think as a hockey player, I mean, the goal is to make the playoffs and win and do as well as you can in the playoffs. So obviously it's a different situation with, you know, trying to grow the game in China and kind of, you know, helping out that way. But when it comes down to it, I mean, we're trying to make the playoffs, we're trying to win, and that's kind of always how I've looked at it personally. Not really too worried about, you know, scoring 50 goals, getting 100 assists or whatever. I'm just kind of worried about winning, and that's really all I've ever done.
Do you get any sort of special attention on the team, given you're the Stanley Cup champion?
I don't know if special attention, but I don't know. I just kind of go about my business. I don't really want special attention, and you know, if guys need help, younger guys, you know, need help, I'm always there to help. You know, if guys are going through stuff, I've been through probably everything in my hockey career so far. So, you know, if guys are, you know, have to bounce anything off me or ask any questions, I've probably experienced it in my career. So, you know, if guys look up to me, that's pretty cool, and I'm always willing to help anyone out.
Skating and skill are a big part of junior hockey. Does playing in the KHL remind you of your days with Mississauga?
A little bit. I think hockey as a whole is kind of changing. It's moving towards more skill and skating. That's what everyone's learning. That's what kids are learning. I mean, I think back when I played juniors, it was a lot more physical probably than it is now. But obviously there is a huge emphasis on skill and skating. But overall, hockey's just changed. You know, when I was younger, as you get older, you're learning to, obviously you're working on your skills and stuff, but you're learning to take hits and how to protect yourself and stuff like that, whereas now it's you know, strictly skill work and stuff like that. So I think it's changed in that regard.
It kind of feels like you're having a gap year in your hockey career.
I don't know. It's just it's a fun experience. I'm enjoying it, honestly. And you know, where it takes me in the next couple of years, I obviously have no idea. But yeah, I think I'm going to come out of this better off.
If there was one KHL experience you could take away with you, what would it be?
Well, that's a tough question. I don't know. I think, you know, the hockey's the hockey. I obviously love doing that, and that's great. But just getting to see the other side of the world is pretty cool. I'd been, you know, over here a couple times, but for hockey I'm short and never really got to do too much. So, you know, going to different countries, going to different cities, you know, when we have our breaks, traveling to places that I would probably never, you know, go to otherwise. Kind of take all that stuff in and enjoy a different world that I've been in North America my whole life. Haven't really gone too far out of there, so just taking this whole side of the world and trying to enjoy it.